Hey everyone, Vigilante Reviews, and this is Justice League No Justice number 3. Uh, so, uh, this is the second to last issue in the miniseries, and overall, I'd say it has been, a pretty good series. I don't think it's going to be very memorable. Um, just not a whole lot has happened. Um, it doesn't seem like the stakes are very high. They kind of try to make it to where the stakes are high by, like having the fate of the planet um, on the line, but it just, uh, I'm not feeling it. I thought it's just kind of like an adventure story, and you know that everything is pretty much going to turn out okay. Like some things might happen, like we've already seen Brainiac die. Who knows if he'll come back? Um, but in terms of like any major characters like being destroyed or entrapped or anything like that, we just don't really see that. It's just more of superheroes learning to work with supervillains. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, I think that's what the basis of the story really is. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start. Excuse me. The first thing I wanted to point out was the art. There was a different artist on this one, at least for like half the book. And I don't like the style. It looks like um, a cheap animation from like the early 2000s. Yeah, it's just look at Batman. What? What? That just does not look really human. Look at that chin. It's like perfectly square. There's just no contour to it. Like it's just very straight lines. And same with like Lex Luthor. Like you can tell he has a very flat chin as well. And all these characters have flat chins. This one's a little bit more normal, I guess. But look at that. Look at that expression. Yeah, so I don't like this style of art. I don't think it works for a Justice League book. It'd probably work for like a more lighthearted, um, more goofy kind of book. But for Justice League, especially when they're supposed to be high stakes and everything like that, it just doesn't work. This is probably the best panel out of this artist. That looks good. That looks fine. But this over here, look at me. Oh man, in the hands, they're just little triangles. That's just bad drawing. I'm sorry. Usually I don't pick on the artist because I can't draw either, so I don't really feel like I have a right to pick on the art. I'm more of a story critic because I'm a writer. But this is just bad. And it takes away from the story too, because like you're trying to get into it and get, you know, feel what the story is trying to tell you to do. It's, like feel serious, like there are stakes here. But when you see this art, it just makes you laugh. And it's like, yeah, okay, this is clearly not very serious. Not a lot's gonna happen. So yeah, the art, at least for the first half, was disappointing. Until Francis Manapul takes back over like halfway through the book, and I'll get to that too. But anyway, the team is still on Kalu. They're still trying to figure out how to keep the Titan from um, eat the planet. They've come up with a plan. They just need to put it into action. So that's basically what this story is kind of about: is the teams putting the plan into action. And it's kind of the same plot for each team. They have to talk the good guys. The good guys have to talk the villains into being good, and that's the mold for each of the teams. So first we have Team Mystery. and Martian Manhunter is trying to talk Starro into telepathically reaching out to all the minds that are trapped in these little bottles. So basically, what happens is Brainiac comes to a world, he shrinks it down and puts it into this bottle and stores it for his collection. And so Martian Manhunter, his telepathic abilities are being dampened by Brainiac's suit. So he asks Starro to reach out instead. Plus, Starro is a much more powerful telepath than Martian Manhunter is anyway. And since Starro's powers seem to be firing on all cylinders, Martian Manhunter's like, yeah, okay, can you do this for us? Starro's like, yeah, man, I don't think so. And then the same thing here. This is Team Entropy. We come to Team Entropy, and they're trying to talk Brainiac's son into helping them. And he's like, no, it's hopeless. My dad would have never made a plan where he wasn't a key part of it, and now that he's dead, we're all screwed. But the rest of the team is like, no, he would have had a backup plan. But Brainiac's son is like, yeah, well, guess what? His backup plan, his plan the whole time was to become the ruler of Colu. So even his backup plan was still like evil in nature. So they're going to have to figure out another way to do this. But yeah, they're trying to talk Brainiac's son into helping the cause. And then this little side story with Green Arrow and Amanda Waller is kind of interesting. But again, it's like Green Arrow is trying to talk Amanda Waller into helping the Justice League. So it's basically this issue is all about the good guys trying to talk the bad guys, or at least the lesser good guys, into helping the cause. So yeah, Amanda Waller is like, okay, we're going to need to drop a nuclear bomb on this to destroy it. But I don't really get this part. Green Arrow is like, you can't do that because it'll kill my family. So I don't know if like whichever seed is strong, like if people are born with that inside of them, and then if the seed dies, then they die too. I don't know. I don't really get why dropping a nuclear bomb on this in the middle of the Arctic Circle is going to kill Green Arrow's family. I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense to me. And another thing that was really goofy about this, again, back to the art. Look at that arrow. At first it looks okay, but then you realize that is one stinking short arrow. If he like were to pull that back, its entire, like try to pull that back all the way to where the bowstring was like fully extended, that tip would be like at the very edge. Like it'd be on this side of the bow. I've shot plenty of bows in my life, and this arrow, if you wanted to pull back the bowstring to its fully extended length, that arrow is way too short. So that was just dumb. Why is the arrow so short? The bow actually looks good. Like that's an actual compound bow with the 3 strings. That's good. But the arrow is just way too short. So yeah, they have another standoff. This whole thing is basically a big standoff between the two. So yeah, then we cut back to Team Wonder, and again, the art, that looks pretty good, but what is that Wonder Woman? She looks like the like the He-Man. That's what she looks like. She looks like a female version of He-Man, She-Man. I think that was actually a thing, or She-Woman or something like that. Which, okay, I guess that's kind of what Diana is supposed to be like, but she's also supposed to be like very graceful, and she's a lot stronger than she looks. You know, she's supposed to look like very, has a very, uh, not petite, but a very slender figure. That's not really slender. That is very buff, and I don't know. That doesn't look good. Um, but anyway, they're trying to wake the Tree of Wonder by some kind of, I guess Wonder Woman is like, well, if you just believe strong enough. This was like the goofiest part of the issue. This is the goofiest part of the whole series, actually, right here. She wraps her magic lasso around the Tree of Wonder and gets the team to believe in her, or at least to say that they believe in her. And all she has to do is shout, for Callooh, for Earth, for Wonder. And boom, the tree's back to life. Again, that doesn't make sense. That's goofy. It's just weirdest, goofiest part of the whole series, right there. But I guess that kind of makes it interesting too. Like, it's better than having some kind of like boring explanation, I guess. More bad art. I don't think there's really anything on that page. Oh yeah, I guess there is. Cyborg is trying to figure out how to stop, or how to dim the power of the Tree of Wisdom, since it's like the most powerful one. And he gets like this idea from Harley Quinn, who, what is that hair? This is just bad art. He decides to plug into the tree via his mother box, which I didn't know Cyborg had until the Justice League movie. The mother boxes have always been like a very minimal part of the DC universe until the Justice League movie came out, and now I guess everything mechanical can be traced back to the mother box, apparently. Because like, yeah, in the Teen Titans TV show from 2006, Cyborg never once mentioned having a mother box. It was just, he was mechanical. That was it. He wasn't powered by some kind of alien tech. And I don't really like the new version where he is powered by that, but whatever. For the story, he needed it. And I think this is the last page of bad art that we get. Oh, no, there's one more. I'll just skip that page. So yeah, here we get to the middle of the book. Big Bendis advertisement. I'm really hoping this is good. We'll see. If not, it'll be a waste of $24. But at least I'll know what happened, right? So yeah, we get to this page, and finally we're back to normal art. It's funny how distinctly clear it is. From, I guess I will show that page. From this page, so this is where he's trying to download all the information from the Tree of Wisdom by the mother box to the mother box. So yeah, you see this? Like, very goofy, cartoony, like, who cares? Look at that face. What is that? Ugh. So yeah, we go from that to Francis Manapul's art. Boom. Normal faces. We no longer have square chins. Women look normal again. Slender. Very beautiful. Yeah. So finally we get back to normal art. And this is where the story kind of picks up. So the other three teams, Wonder, Wisdom, and Entropy, have all kind of taken care of their part. The Tree of Wonder has been awakened. The Tree of Wisdom is kind of being dimmed by Cyborg, and the Tree of Entropy has been blossoming. So now it's just up to Team mystery, and specifically Starro, to free the planet. But first, Starro has to stabilize them through his telepathic power, so they don't all like explode, I guess. And this is where it kind of got interesting. Brainiac had captured Tamaran, and so now it's personal for Starfire, and she makes that clear to Starro, and so he finally gives in and is like, all right, I've let them all know it's going to be okay. I'm calming their minds. They're not going to blow up. Let's do this thing. So yeah, this is, like I said, where it picks up, and they start fighting off the Wisdom Omega Titan. Starro grows super big with help from the Atom, but then, like in the next page, he just totally dies. I guess that would kill him, but like he just totally gets ripped into. It kind of reminds me of the old Transformers movie from like 2008, where like Jazz was all over Megatron, and he just like grabs him, rips him in two. That was the only good movie out of that series, by the way. The rest were garbage. So yeah, they thought they were winning, but the Wisdom Omega Titan isn't being slowed down at all, even after they free all the bottles and the other trees have been like awakened. Wisdom is still super powerful, and he begins to devour the world of Kalu, and that's what he ends up doing. So yeah, I think this is like the last page. Yeah, this is the last page I'm going to show. So yeah, this is how he devours the world. Just like basically comes apart over the world and eats it. So it looks like some escaped. I don't know if everybody escaped. And I think this is what the Justice League is in. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it. The only other page was like with Green Arrow and Amanda Waller, but it didn't really matter. So that's gonna do it for this review. The first part of this was kind of lame. Well, not lame, but like I definitely like the second part better, where Francis Manapul, I think that's how you pronounce it anyway, picks up the art. That's where the story really starts to get interesting. I would say this is my favorite issue so far, even though like half of it was kind of cheesy. The rest of it was really good and interesting, and stuff actually happened. In the first one, I mean, I don't know. The first one was really good too, but this is definitely better than the second one, and leaves you on a kind of a cliffhanger for issue number 4, which comes out Wednesday. So I think that's like 4 or 5 days away. Maybe it's only 3 days away. 3 days away. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this review. Let me know what you thought. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving it a like, and I'll see you all next time in the next review. Oh, I guess I should decide on whether this is a recommend or not. Yeah, like if you're already following the series, you're gonna get it anyway. If you haven't been following the series, this probably won't make a whole lot of sense, so you might just want to skip it and wait till either issue 4, or just wait till the other books, like till the effects of this carry over to the other main DC books. You might just want to wait for that. But yeah, this is gonna do it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.